So, hello friends, this is Yusuf again. So, this video, as we already discussed, so going to be about the production call handling. Okay, importantly, we're going to see three things. Okay, one is handling message wait, and then dump log, and then display log. Okay, so let's get started. So, I have some scenario already available. So, what I'm going to do actually, so submit job command call rpg-pgm1 job. So I'm submitting a job basically. Okay, so you can see it's waiting for a reply. So let's forget what is that all about. Okay, so now if anything is in message wait, we'll know we have to see it in work active job, and we go here and we see there is a job. This is a job we are looking for. Suppose if it is not in the first page, we know F7, we can type the job number, job name, okay, and then it will go. The other way also we can do something like F7. You can type, we want to see the message wait with column status. We'll also go to the first message wait. Okay, anyway, so here we see the job is in message wait. So in general, the job may go to message wait in many situation. Okay, so it is something expecting user to tell something because it finds something abnormal. So I'm going to give 5 to work with job, and then 10 just to see the log. Okay, and then you can press F10 for the detailed description. Okay, so basically it says file something is not found in the library list. Okay, so this error normally will come if the particular file or object, okay, it is not there in the library list. Now the question is, where comes the library list coming from? So there are two things. So first of all, if you go to 2, okay, you can see there will be a job description here. Okay, generally job description will be holding some details of the job like library list and then out queue kind of stuff. Okay, so but the actual library list of this particular job should be identified from option 13. Okay, so if you go to 13, we should be able to see the library list. So this is the library list which the job is using. Okay, why I'm telling, because sometimes we'll be misguided with this particular job D. Okay, so how a job will take a library list is based on how the job was submitted. Okay, while submitting the job, whether the instruction was given to take the library list from a job D or from something else that we don't know basically, right? So that's why we'll go to 13 and then figure out the correct label list. So in this case, this is a label list. So from this label list, what it is saying that it is missing something with the name student PF. Okay, so now what we will do next, okay, we'll go and see the program and understand. So we know only the program name, and additionally, from where it's coming from, we can check in 11. Okay, if you go to 11 call stack, we can see it is coming from this library, the us1. Okay, we got it. So work object, the us1, we put. So we got the object. Okay, so now we need to see the source. So in general, we all know like RPGLE programs will be available in QRPG, LSRC like that, but that is not a mandatory thing. Okay, few people will not follow that. So we'll put an 8, okay, and then take F4 and then give a service, okay, in general to see the source. But what happens is sometimes or many times we will not get the source information from here. So for this, there is alternative way. In fact, there is an efficient way. So it's just display PGM. Okay, so you can put display PGM, dev1, then the same RPG PGM1. Okay, this will give you what happened wrong here. Display PGM, DSP PGM. Okay, so here it will give more information about that particular object. Okay, or about the program. So if you give enter, right, you can see this thing, and from here you can press 5 and then go inside. Here you will be able to see the source. So this is the actual source file. Okay, qprod support and then this thing. So now what I'm going to do, I'll take this and work member pdm f4. Then I can see the actual source here. So I'm coming inside. I see there is a program, okay, and they are using a file called stud F1, but it is not available in the library list. That is causing the issue. Actually, I already made the scenario. So now what I'm going to do, okay, so I don't know, we can't do much about this particular thing because we have option CSDF. So now currently I'm going to give dump, okay, and it's going to end. But please note that in this situation, right, when you get this kind of error, none of the code got executed. Okay, which means the first when the job tries tries to execute the program, first it will check the header specifications, okay, and if it finds something wrong, then it will stop. It won't even execute the first line of code, okay. So yeah, that's it for this. I mean, this particular scenario. Now I'm going to give another scenario. So for this, what I'm going to do, work object studpf, rename to studpf1. So now the file is available, basically the library list, okay. And this time what I'm going to do, uh, I'll take this one, okay. QCMD submit job command, all this. We're going to call this the job test job again, okay. And we're not going to see anything, so it will take the default library list. So I'll take it, enter. So again, it's waiting for some message, okay. So now let's go to work activity job, okay. So now you can see it's the message wait, as usual, 5 10 F10, okay, shift F6. Now here are a few things, right? So maybe if I press F10 again, okay, not okay. So here you can see there are some portion got executed already, okay. So here you can see there is a line number 300 which says call before RPG1, and there is a line 400, okay, and it says receiver value too small to hold the result, and it gives us some extra information as well, okay. Now we are having some more information to analyze here. So if you go and check in option 11, right, here you will see a call stack, basically, okay. In previous example, we directly submitted the job to call this one, but this time we called a CL, and that CL is called this RPGPGM1, okay. So if you go to that CL, basically it contains just three code. So this is where this line number 300 400 was displayed in the job log, okay. So this got executed and this got executed, and inside this program we got some error, okay, fine. Now let's see what is the error. So what else information we have from the job log, what we have. So it's called, and inside the program we got an error, okay. It says receiver value too small, hold the result. Then we have the line called 28, okay, fine, 28. So what we can do with this 28, let's go to the program again, and you may not be able to find a 28 here, okay. See, there are 19, okay, those stuffs, there is no 28, okay. So what do we do now? So if we have a line number from the job log, right, the efficient way to find what line is basically to compile the program, okay. So I'll tell you how. Once you find this particular thing, right, you found this is the particular program that is causing the error, and we're going to compile it. The good practice or the best practice is actually, before compiling the program, you take the library list from the job log, okay, from 13. You take the library list from the job log, okay, and then you have it in your edit library list, because it is a very simple program, basically. But when you are dealing with a complex program side, it might be using more than many files and then data areas, those stuffs. So that may be available in more than many libraries, okay. So in order to make our like a compilation successful, we can take the library list from the job itself, then that will make our job easy, okay. In my case, I'm not doing it because I know it will compile. So 14, and then compile it in qtemp, okay. Compile it in qtemp, not in production library, okay. So often people just go take 14, hit enter, okay. People will do like that, like whoever beginning their career. But the best practice is take F4 and then change it to qtemp, because we are temporarily compiling the program to see something, okay. I'm going to okay, I already have it in qtemp, okay. It's compiled. Now after compile, go to our job, which is your jobs session, and then take option 4, you should be able to see this particular compilation log, okay. Here we should be able to see this 28, okay. Here is, we see there is 28. So here is the basically the error, okay. So what is the error? It says target value too small to hold the result, okay. So this error will come if the assignment value, okay, is greater than the receiver value, okay. So fine, so we got this. So this mobile is actually a variable which is having some declaration which is lesser than this particular value, okay. Cool. So let's see what is mobile. So that also we can check here. So if you go here, okay, I'll come from here, okay. We found the variable called mobile, okay, and then we're going inside the program, okay. We'll search for mobile, and we see directly the value is assigned, and you don't see anywhere it got declared, okay. So why this? Because The variables can come from anywhere into the program. Okay, it can come from a file, it can come from a printer file, display file, a data structure. Okay, anywhere. And here we know this is a variable, and somewhere this variable is available in this program, but we don't know by just looking into this particular source. So for this also, the compilation log will be very helpful for work job, and we just compile it, right? So we just check for mobile, and here you will be able to see this mobile is actually a 10 digit number, and it is coming from, okay, a data set called person. Okay, and this is coming from actually a copybook. So if you go here, yeah, so here we have declared a copybook, right? If you come out, this is the copybook. So here if you see, there will be a data structure and contains the uh, variable mobile. Okay, fine. So we got to know what statement is causing the issue. Then how do you fix this? So let's see the options we have. So we only have C, G, D, F. Okay. So why, first of all, the variable is causing the, I mean, the line is causing the issue. Okay. If you want to analyze that, let's go back to the same thing and let's see the same line. Okay. Okay. So here, what it is doing, timestamp is inbuilt method which will give us the timestamp, and ISO0, if you want to convert it, we'll get the timestamp without any hyphen or colon like that. Okay, so it's a whole lot of digit numbers, and since this digit number is greater than 10, we are getting the issue. Okay, fine. So finally, we have to give only dump in this case because we don't have any other option. I'm gonna give 7 and dump. Okay, in dump, okay, why it is again message wait, because it went back to the CL, and then it is currently waiting for that CL statement. Okay, now it's in the CL statement number 400, and it's waiting for the same RPGL to be executed. Okay, now let's see dump log. So dump log means this is a job we handled, and since we give dump in this job, you can see the dump log in the same job. Okay, perfect. So dump log is very important or very useful in case we need to identify a particular state of a variable. Okay, so since we give dump on that particular line 28, what we have seen, right? If you go to the bottom, not bottom, so generally all the variables and then the files, all the state of those things will be available in the dump log. So here you can see, we'll search for the same mobile. Okay, here everything will be in caps, so it is in mobile. You can see there is a number called 12345. Okay, so you can think like, oh, okay, we got an error, basically receiver value too small to hold the result, but how come there is a number here? Okay, for that, if you just go back to the program, okay, so we all know here is what we got the error. Okay, but before this line there is already a line called mobile equal to 12345, so which means these things got executed already. Okay, so which means we give a dump in this line, so anything happened until this point of time will be recorded in the dump log. So that's why we are able to see mobile is equal to 12345. Okay, so yeah, that's with respect to the dump log, and we also have a lot of other information in the dump log. So here also we'll be able to see which line got executed. Okay, got error. Okay, and then so on. And I find this information is very useful, like the variable state information. Okay, yeah, so that's with respect to the dump log. Okay, okay, so that's it for the job related stuff. So finally we saw message wait thing, we saw a dump log, and then finally we will see the display log. So display log is nothing but searching the history. Okay, you can access with the command DSPLOG. Okay, if we take F4, we'll be able to see the parameters. So we need to give the time and date here. So every server will be having its own time format. So I suggest you to go shift escape 7 to find the format. So here if you see, the format is in this format. So let's copy these two. Okay, and then you can give here and here. So basically it's a from and to time. Okay, so I'm going to say for example from 25. Okay, and then we'll put 20 to whatever the time now. Okay, I'll put output as print. Okay, so this will give us if you go to work job. Okay, before that we'll handle the job. Okay, so here we go, and then 7. So I'm going to give okay, if I have a retry option here, basically to retry the same program. Okay, let's fix this and then retry. That will be a even good idea. Okay, let's go to the program, and we found that okay, so there is some issue in these particular things. It's a typo mistake. Okay, it should be like 20, say for example, and then we changed the what is that copybook. Okay, but it is not reflecting here. So I'll take compile again. Okay, and then I'll compile it to the same dev version library, and it got compiled. Okay, now if you retry, it should work. Okay, again that is the issue. Very good. Hey, we didn't count the number of digits actually. Okay, so if you go here, if you take this one, this is I think more than 20. That may be the reason. Okay, let's again analyze it. Go to the dump log, check the value. Where is the mobile? Okay, the length got increased actually. You can see here is a 20 length, but I think this is a problem. So this is actually more than 20. So let's do uh, to 30. Then compile it again. Job 7. Now we are in actually the CL, so retry. Come on, man. Okay, this time what is the issue? Same issue. So dump it again. 4. Okay, so it's something else. Where is this coming from? Oh, US one only. Okay, okay. We'll see that later. Anyway, I'll or maybe it click on that. Okay, so finally I found the issue. So nothing but we used int, right? So that is not a good way. So integer is different. Okay, we should have used decimal. So we are converting this whole thing to a decimal of 20 and with what decimal position 0. Okay, so now this will help. So let me compile this again in BGM1, and let's go to the test job, and finally it is in what, in the CL. So if we retry, that should work. Completed. Okay, fine. So yeah, so we are talking about what QSH. So what job 4, and we can see where is the display log. A lot of other things happened. Okay, so display log. Let's do the same stuff again. Copy, paste. Okay, so let's take it from 925 to 944 and print. This will print the thing in your session. Work job 4, shift F6, we'll go to the last, and then we'll see the display log F5. So here, whatever the information, right, which is happened on the system, on info, inquiry, and completion will be logged here. Okay, so this will be very useful even though if you do not have the job log available. Okay, so here you can say test job we have submitted, so it should be available. So you can see is available here. Okay, and then you can also see what error we got. Okay, and then what replay we gave. So those things will be logged here. So this will be useful in case of any analysis or debugging, okay, kind of purpose. So you can note down about this particular thing. Okay, and finally the same display log can be searched via SQL. Okay, there is a post from our site rpgpgm.com. Okay, this one is pretty interesting. Basically, okay, so this is the command. So we have UDF, okay, user defined UDTF, user defined table function. Okay, so here you can see a history log info. There is an inbuilt QSys2 table, okay, which they are like exposing this for analyzing the history log. Okay, so if you want to quickly say, I'll take this one, I think I already have it. SQL, come on this one. Okay. So for our case, what we have done, we took it from 925 to 935. Okay, then we'll get only those information in a SQL format. So it's quite useful, but I have not used this much, but it's very interesting. So that's it for this video. So I hope this would have given some information about production support handling. Okay, so maybe we'll see some more later point of time. So thanks for watching as usual. Give me in the comments if you want any other topic. Okay, bye bye.